Operation Growth is basically the title of my life and everything that I'm optimizing for and everything that I'm working for. Growth in every area of my life, growth in, every aspect, everything that I can possibly get better at. That's a controllable factor. That is what I'm trying to grow in. So on this channel, I'm not going to be posting a ton, probably, I don't know. But I will be only posting growth, which occasionally is also failures because that's part of growth. So it's not going to be extremely niched down to one specific topic of growth. It's going to be everything because that's what I enjoy. I mean, there might be gym stuff. I'm pretty sure the first video I'm going to be posting, obviously other than this intro, probably is going to be my road to 315. It's a full road to my 315-pound bench, which is definitely a milestone for bench press. And I'm going to be having some bow hunting content in here. I recently bought a Hoyt bow, and I've been practicing. Actually, I got my target. I don't know if you can see way... Oh, I can't zoom in, but it's way out there. It's that yellow thing over there. But been practicing with that because, it's really difficult to bow hunt, but that's why I want to bow hunt. I don't want to hunt with a gun because it's too easy. I feel like I'm going to enjoy the bow hunting a lot more, even if it's a lot harder, even if I kill a lot less animals. I just think I'm going to enjoy it a lot more, and I like it because it's difficult. Like, everyone says, oh, that's so hard. Like, why would you do that? But that's why I'm doing it, is because it's a lot harder, and I have to learn the skill of shooting a bow and arrow. So I've been doing it every day, been practicing, been pushing myself with it, been putting that target really far back. I got up to 70 yards, but, we're still progressing. It's only my third day, so it's not like I'm doing anything crazy, but, a lot of content for different things, but it's only going to be growth, and it's going to be a bunch of different avenues of growth in a bunch of different ways. So I'll keep y'all updated on this channel of the consistent progress of my life and the things that I'm doing and I want to do and that I'm chasing. Operation Growth, it's starting now, but it's also been my whole life. Like, something I always say to people, like, I would never be able to sell like some sort of a course on, like, say I end up doing something crazy, like I end up making a bunch of money, or like I end up doing, like, I don't know, something crazy good. I would never be able to sell a course on, like, oh, this is how I got here, because anyone in the course selling world knows that, like, it's really all about how you can connect with the audience on, hey, I was in your position, I was really lazy, I was doing this, and this, like you're doing, and then I had this huge switch in life, and it was this one thing that took me from that to this, and this is that's what you're really selling. Everyone knows that in the course selling world, but I would never be able to do that because, like, I'm not trying to sound like cocky or arrogant, but it's just like, I'd be lying if I were to say that there was just one switch, because basically my whole life I've never really struggled with work ethic. I've never struggled with doing the things that I know I needed to do. I've always been extremely competitive. I've always wanted to win at things, but I've always been super competitive in controllable factors of life. I've never been competitive in a sports way. Obviously I'm competitive, but I'm not nearly as competitive as other people, because I'm hyper competitive in controllable factors, which 90% of the time is like work ethic things. So when it comes to work ethic, when it comes to things that I believe that I do have control over, I'm extremely competitive with those things. So ever since I was a little kid, I've been that way. So when I was a little kid, I've always had different random goals that, like, as soon as I would get a goal, I literally, like, didn't care about anything else in life other than that goal and getting to that goal. Like, I've always been that way. Like, for example, when I was in, like, 3rd grade, all I cared about was doing a backflip. That's, like, all I cared about. Like, that's what I would dream about. That's what I would daydream about. Every thought that went into my mind was, how can I get to a point where I can do a backflip? That's all I cared about. And I eventually easily got there because I just cared about it so much. Like, even before that, before doing a backflip, I was in like 2nd grade, and all I cared about was learning how to do a kip. Like when you're on your back and you jump up onto your, like, because it all started with athletic type of things, right? It's progressed into more advanced and other things. And that's a big reason why I'm really into my business journey right now, is because I wouldn't say like I've completed everything else, but I would say that I with all the other with all the factors of life, the business factor in my life is, and like the making money factor in my life is the lowest out of all factors. It's the factor that I've not even touched yet. So that's why I've been so dedicated into this factor of life. And there's definitely gonna be business content on this channel. Not like teaching stuff, but just like kind of the journey of what I'm going through business wise. But that's the reason why I've been so into it, is because I want to max out every area of my life. I've never struggled with my work ethic. I've always been extremely, extremely healthy. Ever since I was a sophomore in high school, I went on a crazy strict diet. And for 3.5 years straight, I did not break that diet once. Not on birthdays, not on Christmas, no holidays, no vacations would I ever break this diet. And it was strict. It was zero dessert ever. And it was, high protein, uh, basically low carb. It was extremely, extremely strict. I did it for 3.5 years. And the only reason why I ended up breaking it was because I decided I wanted to go on a bulk and I wanted to just gain a lot more weight. So it was a calculated decision. But even ever since then, I always eat healthy. Like I never have not ate healthy. Like that's just what I do because I'm dedicated to self-development and I just love it at this point. So, and that's just one aspect. That's just health. I mean, obviously go to the gym all the time. I've had multiple different athletic goals. I was training for the decathlon, which is 10 events in track. So I've just had a lot of different physical goals. The 315-pound bench is coming up. I'm pretty sure that might be the next video I post. Either that or some sort of bow hunting thing, because we're doing a lot of bow hunting right now. But I might be moving to Texas here in a few days. Actually, this is a big update, life update. Basically, for the past 2 years, there hasn't been a single day that I haven't worked on this business. And there's a good chance that all that work that I've been doing might actually start leading into something within these next few days, because the reason why they haven't is because we haven't launched. I mean, there's multiple reasons for that. It's a complicated situation, but there's a good chance I'm gonna be moving out to Texas with my business partner, with my friend, and we're gonna get cracking on all this stuff I've been working on. So I'm super excited for that. There's also a chance that that might not happen, so I'm preparing myself for that as well. But that's why I work so hard, because if something like that happens to me, I'm going to be ready for that, because it sucks so much. And everything that I've been working for, it'll feel like it'll all be for nothing. But, when it comes to bad situations in life, I'm always going to be ready, because I put myself in positions like that before the life hits me with those type of stuff. So that's what all this like hard work ethic stuff really means. And I'm never going to be unprepared for something that deep, because for me that's something that's really deep. Like if none of this were to work out, that's really deep, because it means a lot to me. So but I think it will. I know that the truth will come out in what's coming up. So that's what matters, and that's what's important. But yeah, so I have a lot of business goals, not just for that business that I was just talking about, but I have a few other business ideas that I'm very serious about and I really do believe in. And this first business I'm going to be starting with my friend is really the stepping stone for a lot of the other ones. So if this doesn't happen, then, obviously there's a lot of stuff that I'm going to have to figure out. But I'm very serious about all of my goals, and I'm just going to be, documenting a lot of this stuff on this channel in Operation Growth, because that's really what it's all about. So, I don't know how often I'll be posting here, but, if you are watching this, I mean, this is mainly just for me, so I can document this. I'm not going to be promoting this channel. I'm not going to be, hoping for a ton of views on this channel. It's mainly just going to be my own, like growth channel, so I can kind of document certain things. So, but yeah, that's basically it. And, every video should be a good video, because all things that I probably had to work really, really hard for to get to. So that's Operation Growth.